Hey everyone, it's August 27th of 2020, and just when we thought 2020 couldn't get any worse, the gaming community decided to just drop some big news and say 2020 can get worse. Here's how it can. Cyberpunk is delayed, Assassin's Creed is going live once again, and Commanders is not going to be a casual format anymore? What more could go wrong? Well, I'll say if you're struggling, just play the best video game of 2020, Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, seriously, it's the best game of 2020 so far. So if you're struggling, just go ahead and replay that game. I mean, that's a game worth replaying, seriously. So if you're ready for more video game news, go ahead and click that down smash button for that like and sub button right down below. Let's start with the big news today. Cyberpunk is getting delayed again. I mean, here's the thing. Should we really be surprised they've delayed it, what, 3, 4, 5 times now? What? Should we honestly be that surprised at this point? I mean, okay, they did say that they weren't going to delay anymore. They did get gold recently, so maybe there's some anger that's kind of justified. Reddit is just going nuts with these news. But I gotta say, the people who ordered Assassin's Creed Valhalla, they're probably breathing a sigh of relief right now because now they don't feel like they have to rush the game and can be the completionist freaks that we all want to be. I mean, that's a problem I have, honestly, with the Assassin's Creed series. Probably a bad idea at this point. But how do the Cyberpunk fans feel? Well, they're upset, and reasonably so. I mean, look, the trailers looked freaking awesome. Sexy Keanu Reeves was selling the game himself. I mean, who wasn't hyped up for this game at this point? So the big question we have to ask is it worth it for this game to be delayed? And let me say, as a person who pre-ordered the Avengers game, the answer is yes. It's 100% yes, guys. Oh my gosh, the Avengers game, that was something. If you want to get my full thoughts on the Avengers game, be sure to click above my head somewhere. Look, I'm not a fan. I think nobody is a fan of waiting for a really hyped up, really awesome looking game. But we all want a game that is well thought out, less buggy, and has an amazing storyline. Everything Avengers isn't. So while the gaming community is patiently waiting for this awesome game, hopefully awesome game, to be released, let's go ahead and take a look at the Assassin's Creed community. So Netflix recently released that they were going to do a live action adaptation of the Assassin's Creed series. And we've all seen a live action movie before, or maybe some of you haven't, but for those who have, it was alright. The movie itself wasn't bad, it just didn't bring the same excitement that it did when we were playing the original games. The question we have to ask is, should we be hopeful? Well, I'm actually a little hopeful about this. We're seeing video game adaptations head in the right direction, and we've got some pretty good examples. Witcher, Castlevania, and even the Sonic movie can prove that video game adaptations can be done right. I just really hope they choose to go with the Ezio storyline over the Altair storyline, because Ezio's storyline is just way better, it is more dramatic, and it has some really awesome moments. I mean, let's be real, there's a reason why they give Ezio's story 3 games in total. It's just a magical trilogy. Speaking of magic, Commander Legends leaks and spoilers are dropping left and right and causing havoc like when a child learns how to run for the first time ever. There are some great reprints, and budget players are excited to build a little bit more of a competitive deck. But is Commander starting to get a little bit too competitive? Some cards are bringing concern regarding ruining the spirit of Commander, and some of the fears are actually warranted. Today in particular, everyone is talking about Opposition Agent. I mean, this card is by far the most powerful anti-search card I've ever seen in Commander, and it has flash. I mean, who is not going to be pissed off when this card hits the field? Look, I personally think Kodama of the East is also a card that should be kind of on the watch list, because green players love nothing more than cheating out big butt creatures, and this card does it super easily. We'll have to see if this set changes the Commander format forever. Well, that's all I have for you today, and probably that's more than enough than anyone should be able to handle in one video. So if you stuck around for this long, you're awesome. Be sure to down smash that like and sub button down below, and I'll see you for the next gaming news.